All right, looks like we are live. What's happening, everybody? 8 o'clock on a Monday. Interesting news circulating today. So I know this is a little bit late for us on the East Coast, not so much on the West Coast, but I want to do a little impromptu training for you all on kind of how I would position things going into the current economic situation that we find ourselves in as of this recording. So you're watching the replay and everything's sunshiny and great, then you can reminisce about what happened and also apply what I'm going to be teaching today. So hi, I'm Patrick Kinney, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things every business owner must do to survive and even thrive in an economic downturn. See, the struggle we have is a lot of people are freaking out about what's going on with the market, all the emotion that's driving the stock market, wherein a lot of people are in lockdown with the coronavirus, all that good stuff. So I just wanted to come on here, give you my perspective, having gone through 2 recessions professionally before this, and give you my perspective on things that I would do in your shoes for certain businesses. I'll give certain use cases. I'll give you some ideas for offers, and then give you some inspiration on what to do with your ads and what I'm seeing work with clients right now. And also a little golden nugget of some Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives that are going to happen this week with some special guests that I'll talk about in a moment. So let me share my screen. Just going to show a little impromptu presentation I put together. So let's add that to the stream here. And this is just nice and quick. No time to do slides, just decided to do this today. But I know you're going to love the content, especially if you're kind of going like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my business, or I'm a little worried about how the next couple weeks or a month is going to go. So hopefully this is going to allay some of your fears, give you some ideas, and just give you some encouragement on what you can do to really even things out, get rid of the stress, and push forward and ultimately thrive in your business. Okay. So I labeled this 3 things every business owner must do to thrive in the economic downturn. And I really want to keep it to three simple things. Okay. So before I get into this, I want to let you know about learnvideoads.com. So this is going to be some strategy and tactics, and I focus primarily on YouTube ads for my specialty, and I'm going to go into some of the paid traffic on that. So if you want to learn more about some of the on-demand trainings I have for you, if you want to go down the rabbit's hole on YouTube ads, and I highly recommend that you do, go to learnvideoads.com. You can check that out. I do have a special offer for people who are at home right now. If you want to try it out for the first week for $1, you can do that. But check out learnvideoads.com. Okay. That's the extent of any kind of pitch I'm going to do. Hopefully that is something you see as of incredible value, because advertising our business, especially when people are in uncertain times and your competition is freaking out, hopefully you see that advertising is the wise move. I'll get into that in a minute. So let me just go through number 1. We'll just dive in real quick. The first one is acknowledging your customer circumstances. Okay. So a lot of talk in marketing comes around avatars and ideal customers. And that is an exercise that you should do, and we want to do, is to really profile who our customers are. But when you're in a situation where the market is dropping, maybe customers are pulling back, maybe you have a local business or you have something in the entertainment or travel industry, and you're seeing those customers pulling back, the fastest way to change your situation is to acknowledge the customer circumstances as a whole. And given the recent things that have happened with the economy and with the bad news that's cycling every day, and people are kind of locked, I'm locked down in my house for the next couple of weeks. Thankfully, no one in the Kinney house has the coronavirus, and we pray for those that are ill, that they be healed and feel better. But for the customers that are home, that are kind of holed up, when you acknowledge that circumstance, when you get past that overwhelm of, man, everybody's at home, this is really, really bad, and you acknowledge, like, wait a minute, everyone's at home, and then especially in the United States, in the developed world, everyone's at home. So my customer circumstances are, they're at home, and they're going to probably have a lot of time on their hands, or they're going to be in front of a computer for the foreseeable future, not going to be traveling, they're not going to be at events, they're not going to be at weddings. What could I do to adapt my business, or in this case, adapt your business? And how can I adapt it to my customer circumstances? Okay. And then this is any business, you can adapt the circumstance of your customer to fit your business. What I mean is, if you're a gym and you have a physical gym location, Okay, your customers are probably gone. They're probably gone for a couple weeks, for a month. One of the best things you can do is get on a YouTube and Facebook Live like this. And for the people that are paying for a membership, so if you're a group fitness gym or if you're a personal trainer, get on YouTube and Facebook Live, create a portal for people to come and do trainings, create an environment where they can do workouts. You can do accountability, text your customers, set up an email list, stay in contact with them, make sure they're moving, do workouts that you can stream to YouTube, that they can come online and do the workouts with you and acknowledge that they're stuck at home. Like, hey, you remember, we want to take care of you. Adapt the business rather than staying at home going, wow, I'm going to lose all my members. Okay. That's just one instance. In restaurants, okay, well, they're closing restaurants due to the coronavirus as of this recording. If you're watching this years from now, this is still going to apply to you, to adapting your customers. Just the situations that are around us right now are forcing this. Do delivery services, Grubhub, DoorDash, find a way to do pickup. Like, reach out to your customers, because the run on the grocery stores and people hoarding all this stuff, pitch that, hey, we're going to cook everything for you. Come pick it up. Everything's cleaned. Everything is sanitized. Our workers wash their hands. It's not going to be an issue for cleanliness. Pick up dinner. Don't stress about cooking. Drive through. We'll drop it off in your car. Or we'll do delivery. Okay. So for restaurants, you have to adapt to takeout or delivery to survive. And who knows what that will do when you get past this. This too shall pass, right? So when this economic calamity, if you will, passes, you have another leg of your business to help grow it. So you'll have the people dining in, but then you'll also have this thriving takeout and delivery service that will grow your business exponentially, potentially, depending on how much you hustle right now. But you have that outlook of, wow, okay, I have a new leg of business. Because remember, in times of economic downturn and the recession, some of the most profitable businesses that exist today were conceived in a recession. Microsoft is a prime example. It was created and founded in the middle of a recession. Okay, so you just have to adapt to the customer circumstances. Once you acknowledge the reality of where your customers are and adapt that, you're going to have more ideas of how you can serve your customers. Okay. And I'll transition here in a second into offers around these new circumstances to kind of give you a little more tactical stuff. Okay. Wedding anything, people, I have it on here. So wedding anything, if you are a caterer, if you are a wedding photographer, if you're a videographer, if you're any type of person that does events, the first thing I would do is reach out to people who are needing to cancel, ask them if they want to reschedule, and then keep things on the books. And that's going to keep your business further out to where, rather than just canceling right now, you can future date this June, July, August, if you have the ability to do that. And then you preserve that income, and that gives you some idea of like, okay, if I can get from this point to this point financially, I can bridge that gap. Then I know I have all these other weddings that are lined up that are just delayed. And in the meantime, if you're a videographer or a photographer, what could you do now to serve other industries with your skills? If you're a videographer, so for someone like me who does YouTube ads and I script YouTube videos, you would partner with someone like me. What other agencies could you partner with to do video broadcast and facilitate this kind of environment, setting up a studio, that sort of thing? So adapting our services to our customers' circumstances. That's just another example. In travel, same thing. If I were a travel agent or I was in, cruises, any type of luxury items, I would be pressing for people to go ahead and purchase now. And same thing like with weddings. Like, I would future-proof your business and saying, look, I would spin that to where, like, look, we're going to have a run on travel. Okay, when the all clear is signaled here in a few weeks, which it will. The virus will, we'll get this taken care of. We'll get vaccinated. All that stuff will pass, right? When all that's done, there's going to be a run on going to Disney and Universal, on cruises, and all this stuff. And so for the people who get this, so for the travel agents who get this, you're going to reach out to your customers and say, look, you need to be thinking about if you want to do a vacation this summer or in the fall, because the moment the all clear is done, you're not going to have the opportunity that like you will right now. And you get people to book things with flexible dates. You're going to have to figure out how this will work with your business. But if you make things flexible and you reassure customers like, hey, you need to be thinking about after this, because most customers are just blinders right now. They're thinking like, where can I get the toilet paper? Where can I get the Gatorade? If you give them that carrot past the garbage, the head trash, and all the stuff that's going on right now, they're going, oh yeah, we're gonna want to go to Disney, right? So you give them like, hey, you're never going to find a better time than right now to get cheaper airline tickets, or maybe buy vouchers for cruise travel or whatever. And then they can bookmark their travel and get it at a discount. And then you've got some certainty of where your business is going to be in a few weeks or in a couple of months. Okay. So just some ideas there. Same thing goes for insurance. Same thing goes for financials. People are going to need to retire. People are going to need to eat. I mean, roofs are going to need to be fixed. Food's going to have to be purchased. I mean, there are businesses with overhead that are going to have to continue to market and do advertising. Just really, I mean, I can't stress this enough. When you acknowledge your customer circumstances and you adapt your business, then you have an infinitely better chance than the people who just kind of sit on their hands or put their head in the sand. They sit on their hands and put their head in the sand. Try to say that 10 times really fast. But the businesses that just put their head in the sand and try to just avoid it and ignore it are the ones that are going to go out of business. And I saw this happen in 2008, and the stats were like 170,000 plus businesses closed in 2008. And those were the people that refused to adapt, and they didn't acknowledge the current situation. They didn't acknowledge the customer circumstances, and they didn't acknowledge their circumstances. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is creating must-have offers. Okay. So a very, very wise mentor of mine, who I will call out by the name of James Schramko, he beat this into me about 2 years ago. And that is that bad habits are bred in good times and good habits are bred in challenging times. Well, my friends, we are in a challenging period where I don't know that we're in challenging times. The recession in 2001, right after 9/11 and all the tech thing imploded, that was probably the scariest one I've ever been through. But it's one of those things where when things go bad, every business realizes that they're not the best marketers in the world. When things are great, the economy is up, you can throw a rock and hit your ideal customer and just say, hey, buy my stuff. And they go, great. It's when things go down that you have to really acknowledge, like, I need to create a mechanism to control attention and get people in. So that comes from creating must-have offers. Okay, so a must-have is like, for example, if my roof leaks, I'm not waiting for the economy to get better. I'm not waiting for the economy to get better to fix my car if it breaks down. If my tire explodes in my car, I'm not going to wait for the economy to get better. Those are must-haves. I'm not going to wait to go to the grocery store because I've got to eat. My family has to eat. Okay, you can take that in any business. You can flip it to a must-have offer. So people sitting on the couch and just eating things, watching Netflix, they must move. They must exercise. Otherwise, all the negative health implications of that will be seen immediately and for long term. So that you create a must-have. All right. And so I just have on here, I put on here 100 motivations for why people buy. Okay. Here we go. And you can tell I did this pretty quickly. What is a must for your customers? Okay. So by using this list of motivations for why people buy, what is the must? All right. So when you look at your product or you look at your service, okay. So a lot of my friends are copywriters and ad people. In that case, people must use their services, on a copywriter perspective. They must hire a copywriter because they will not be able to articulate why their customers need their services as efficiently themselves as they would with a copywriter. So their copywriter is giving them a shortcut to reaching the customers and understanding their circumstance and articulating why their service is a must. Okay, I know it's a little deep, but a must service, like for me, people must advertise to survive. So they must work with me, because if they don't advertise their business, they're going to die because their competition is going to come in and take over. And I'm going to show you how you do that in number 3 of this. Okay. So what is your must have offer? Like, I must have that. I must have power. I must have food, like all the things that I must have. Okay. So with this motivation, this list of motivations for people to buy, satisfying curiosity, get a surprise, these you can kind of put into different segments of nice to have. Yeah, I like that. And the current situation we're in is like, no, that's a must. Like, that's a non-negotiable. And I have some of these just highlighted just for this current bit that we're in right now. Safeguarding self and family. It's a must. You got to keep yourself safe. You got to keep your family safe, right? You got to protect your family's future. If you've got a house and you've got assets and, you've got retirement and everything else, people are thinking about, how do I ensure that we get through this and we're okay? All right. Avoid embarrassment, going bankrupt and losing your business. That's that can be pretty embarrassing, along with stressful and all the other terrible things that happen with that. Protect or conserve possessions, preserve money already accumulated to protect reputation. So there are all kinds of ideas on here. And if enough people want this, if you comment, you want this sheet, I'll share these 100 motivations with you all. Just comment. If you're seeing this as an ad or if you're seeing this as a Facebook video, just comment where you can on this. Or you can just email me, patrick@getyoubooked.com, and just say, hey, I want the 100 motivations as to why people buy. Or you can go to learnvideoads.com. You can check that out. And I cover this in more depth. Learnvideoads.com. Sign up for that $1 trial for 7 days. Check out the training on there where I show you how to use YouTube ads to create your must-have offers, get in front of your customers, and all the good stuff that will help you grow your business, especially in the times we're in right now. Okay, so let me skim back through these a little bit. Save money, overcome obstacles, and to resist domination by others. And again, that's competition. So, it's people are motivated to level up so that they can take over the competition, but also not be taken over by their competition. Okay. So if your competitor is starting to take over, well, you better create a better offer. You better know your customer circumstance, and then you need to outspend your customers. I'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. Okay. So win advancement, gain confidence, and to escape hard work. Okay, so these are the main motivations. Actually, I've got 71. There are 100 that I have, but I only put 71 on these slides. So if you email me or you comment on this, I will give you all 100. But I've got 71. Gives you enough idea of why people do what they do. Okay, because remember, the economy is not something that you can drive up to and say, hey, I want to talk to the chief of the economy and ask him what's going on here. All right, we are the economy. The emotions and the fear and the things we do collectively are what drive the economy up and down. Stock prices, like the stock tanked recently because it's all panic. It was all emotion. It was all fear around this virus and everything else. Okay, so the earnings of all the companies in the Dow did not just go through the floor. It was all emotion based. And that's just somebody motivating by the fear of loss on an exponential scale. Okay, so it will come back. But when you understand why people do what they do and their motivations, it helps you create those must-have offers. And it helps you understand their circumstances, okay? Because a lot of people are scared right now, and you don't have to be one of those, okay? So the number three thing that you need to do is you need to outspend your competition, okay? And especially, and I've seen it in the past 2 recessions, and I'm seeing it right now. Your competition will pull their ad spend when expensive, like when customers are pulling back and bad news and all that stuff. Your competition is going to go, we're spending 10 grand a month in ads, gone, right? And that is one of the most idiotic things. I will never understand why people do that. Advertising is the lifeblood of any business. Okay. You have to advertise your business if you're going to survive. Okay. The good news for you wise few who get it, is that your ads just got cheaper. Okay. When your competition leaves and they pull their money out of the market, like auto manufacturers are pulling their ad spend because they can't get parts from China. And they're going, we're not going to advertise until we get production back up. So all these big brands are pulling their ad spend, and we call them big dumb companies for a reason. And that is making advertising cheaper. I mean, I manage over $1 million a month in ad spend, and I don't tell you that to impress you. I tell you that to impress upon you that the trends I've seen over the past week and a half are that ad costs are going down, and especially on the products and services that I manage, they're consistent. People are still buying stuff. It's just cheaper to get a customer now because all of these companies are pulling their ad spend. So that's a massive opportunity for you to jump in and get your slice of the pie. Okay. You want to be able to help customers. I will never work with anyone that comes in and does advertising that tries to scare someone into buying things. You have to put goodwill in your market. You have to put better offers, must-have offers in a way that are going to help your customer circumstance. And when you do that, you're going to reap the benefits of this cheaper traffic and the fact that your competition is kind of dumb right now. So I would say take the savings in that ad spend and I would spend more. And I'm telling all my clients to do this now. Up your ad spend. You're getting cheaper engagement. You're getting cheaper views. You're getting cheaper leads. You're getting cheaper acquisitions of sales. Up that spend. Just like keep going, because once you do that, you'll be so far ahead of your competition, they won't be able to catch you if you do it right. Okay. Your results will vary just depending on what you spend and where you are. And I don't know, when you're watching this, I don't know exactly what business you're in. You can go to learnvideoads.com and go through my funnel. And I'd be happy to talk to you about your business, learn more about that. But until I learn more about your business, I can't tell you exactly what your results are going to be, but I know if you follow the basics, you follow the traditional rules of marketing that have worked for over 100 years, and this economy, this opportunity we have right now, the possibilities are just incredible right now. The opportunities are incredible, right? So Warren Buffett famously said, I'm going to butcher this quote. He famously said, when everyone is greedy, be scared. And when everyone is scared, be greedy. All right. What he means by that, and he's not a terrible person. What he means is when everyone's running scared and selling their stocks and going, oh my gosh, the sky's falling. The wise few have the opportunity to come in and grab that rare opportunity of, we'll buy stocks that are when they're at the bottom. We'll see the ad spend that's cheaper now, grab that opportunity and profit from it for years to come. Doesn't mean you need to be a greedy a-hole and, oppress people. What he means is there's massive opportunity when the markets are where they are right now, at least as of this recording. Okay, so just I'll leave you with this thought. Then I'm going to introduce some of the people that are going to be on the live trainings this week. An adapted business plus a must-have offer plus spending more than your competition equals number 27 on the list. Okay, an adapted business, a must-have offer, and spending more than your competition equals number 27. And number 27 is to accumulate the monies. Okay. So life's not all about money, but having a successful, enriching business that's profitable allows you to do a lot of incredible things for a lot of people. At least that's my perspective. So accumulating money is not a good thing as long as you do it for the right things, for the right reasons. Okay. So again, if you have an adapted business, a must-have offer, and you outspend your competition, you are going to accumulate the monies. All right, my friends, that is the end of 3 things that every business owner must do to thrive in the economic downturn. I hope you enjoyed this. Please go check out learnvideoads.com. That's going to take you to my training, details about what you can do there. I have made a special offer because of where people are. I usually don't do trials, but right now I'm doing a $1 trial for 7 days. You can check out the March sprint just dropped. The March training just dropped in my membership. Plus there are bonus trainings on how you can use YouTube and Google Ads to grow your business. You can check that out there. But I do want to introduce the trainers that are going to join me tomorrow and each day this week, probably into the middle of next week. We're going to do some trainings like this just to give you incredible value, give you some hope, give you some perspective on what you should be doing in our humble opinions and our experience to get through this and not just survive, but actually thrive through the challenging times that we find ourselves in. Okay. So on tomorrow, so as of this recording, if you're watching this after Monday at 8:23 p.m., then you could probably binge watch this up. But if you're watching this live and it is Monday for you, Melanie Warren is she is in a mastermind with me. She is fantastic with buyer psychology. She's fantastic with offers and messaging and getting things right. I will give her a shout out. She was the one that a while back got with me and saw all the stuff that I was doing and saw my skills and said, look, you need to really be ramping up your emphasis of your skills on YouTube ads because that is where it's at. So Melanie, thank you for that. Melanie Warren's going to join me tomorrow at 4 p.m. She's going to talk more about how you can create messaging, especially in this economic climate that's really going to get people jazzed about your stuff and excited to work with you, even with all the bad news and all that good stuff. She's going to cover that. So that's awesome. On Wednesday at 4 p.m., Allison Carpio is going to join us. She is a conversion So it's CRO, conversion rate optimization expert. So she is the funnel master. So she will come in and give you some little levers to pull in your existing funnel. If you have a basic sales process, even if you have an advanced funnel, you want to be here with Allison when she's on Wednesday. She's going to give you some golden nuggets on how you can change little bits of your funnel, or even just start building a funnel if you don't have one, things you could do to get some wins with the traffic. If you follow my training on YouTube ads, then she's going to help you leverage the YouTube ad stuff that you can go through on learnvideoads.com. She's going to show you how to leverage that. And with Melanie, getting your messaging right, plus Allison, that would be enough awesomeness for 1 week. But as if that isn't enough, on Thursday at 9 a.m., Chris Orzechowski, the man, the myth, the legend of the emailcopywriter.com, is going to join me. We're going to talk about how you can take some of his tried and true formulas for email to really ramp up the sales for your email list. Doesn't matter what market you're in, doesn't matter what you sell. This guy is crushing it with email, and you'll want to be here on Thursday when he comes on. And then on Friday at 10, Abby Woodcock of the freelancecoop.org. She's doing some amazing things with her physical location, the Freelance Co-op up in New York State. And she's going to come on and just talk about some mindset stuff. She's had a lot of conversations with people lately similar to what I was talking about with the gym owners and with travel and whatnot. She's had some conversations with freelancers that are kind of in a state of overwhelm. So she's boots on the ground with what kind of the mindset is with people. So she's going to come on and give you all some golden nuggets for how to get your mind right and get set to where you're thinking about how you can change your services into must-have offers and things like that. And that's going to be awesome. And then on Saturday, maybe Saturday, I've got to finalize that with Mr. Brian, but Brian McCarthy is going to come on and talk about case studies. And then the last but not least, Angie Coley, my friend Angie Coley, is going to come on next week, and she is going to talk about just being awesome with your copy and doing all of the things we did this week. She's going to come through and show you how to be incredible with your copy. And she has a thing that's permission to kick ass. Don't want to swear too much on here, but she's going to show you how you can kick ass with all the stuff that we're doing this week with all the other super people in the super group. So that is it for that. So I hope you enjoyed this training. I would love your feedback. You can email me, patrick@getyobooked.com. If you're seeing this as an ad, that's going to work too. Hope you got value out of it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off on this, but you can check out learnvideoads.com. Sign up for a 1-week trial for $1. Go through all my trainings on Learn Video Ads for the YouTube stuff, and stay tuned for the next few days. We're going to bring some awesome people on to help you really just get things dialed in, get them awesome, and get you in a state where you're actually in control and feeling really good about where your business is as we weather the challenges that we're all facing in the world right now. All right, so that's it for me. Everybody have a great night. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.